Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Kotetsu here and welcome to another Q&A. And this is the first one for the month of January, and it's like almost the end of the month already, but that's irrelevant to the matter. Looks like I didn't really do one for a while again. So yeah, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, the last Q&A I did, which was around Christmas time, I said I'd be doing this more often, but that kind of didn't happen because, I don't know, this is something that, I guess I decided I feel I don't want to do as often, which is, I think okay for this kind of series. Honestly, it's really just how it's been. And the series used to be more viable for my channel, but now I just have more content that I can create because of this. I used to do this far too often, but now, with the schedule I'm doing it, I think it works out pretty well, just like the other stuff that I'm posting on my channel as well. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at some of the questions. So, the first question here we have from Andrew. What? He's back? Seriously? Okay, I'll explain to you guys why that's a big deal in a second, but pretty much what he said was, not sure how long someone has been impersonating me on your channel. I'll get to that in a second again. My question is, will you be making any collabs anytime soon? P.S. Sorry for not being active on your channel lately. I will try my best to support your endeavors. So, for some of my newer viewers who might not know who this person is, this person, all throughout, 2015 and, a little bit of early 2016 was one of the most, legendary trolls on my channel. He just posted, the funniest crap in the comment section on my Q&As, and I did them a lot in 2015 and stuff like that. And I know other YouTubers would have been very personally offended by some of the things that he said, but I honestly just found the stuff that he said, freaking hilarious. You might see screenshots on screen if I can, find a compilation of, comments that he's posted. These are comments that he posted a long time ago, back when I was more vulnerable and much more easy to make fun of, too. But I wasn't really offended by it at the time. I always thought it was, kind of amusing. And the funny thing is, because, I always have the comments organized in alphabetical order, his comment, always came up first, smack dab bam at the start of the video, just like how it was at this video. And what he's talking about is, I actually knew about that. There's apparently someone impersonating him too. And if you guys saw, how he had that buck on his logo, that's how you kind of know it's him. And I also subbed to his channel a long time ago, so I can tell this is the real deal. But there's this other guy, for some reason, trying to impersonate him. And the guy who was trying to impersonate him, for some reason, had a Call of Duty Ghost logo. And, I could tell it wasn't him, and the Andrew Macdonald wasn't capitalized like normal, intelligent people do with their own names, because that's what you're supposed to do in the English language. Anyhow, from that, I guess I was just kind of roasting the person who tried to impersonate him. But seriously, you're supposed to capitalize your name, people, unless it's, a stylistic thing that's all like that on purpose. You capitalize names. There's lots of people that I don't see do that, and it's just kind of a pet peeve, but anyhow, Andrew Macdonald is back, but I don't know, I guess he decided, picking on me, wasn't as fun as it used to be. I'm not sure if I used to be a lot easier to make fun of. That could very well be a possibility. There was a lot more to make fun of me from, I think a year ago, because I was overweight, I had lots of acne. I responded weirdly to people's questions on here compared to how I do now. So, yeah, I guess I kind of see the validity in that. Unfortunately, I don't think the trolling days are ever gonna, reach the peak of, what they once were. But hopefully I got enough screenshots to kind of just, display the situation and to see how, this guy was, a fun part of my channel, back in the day. So anyhow, I think I harped on this a bit too long. Let's move on to the next question. Dynamite asks, how many press-ups can you do? You have to show us as well. So, you guys see my bed back there? I think that'll be in the camera frame. I gotta check. Hold on. And I'll do as many as I can, okay? I'm gonna accept your challenge. Okay, so I'm a bit too long to fit in the camera frame very well, but I'm trying to do push-ups. I guess I can do them this way, but my feet are almost off the bed. I can try it. So, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, Physical exercise is so difficult! Dang it. I don't want to do this! Seriously though, how dare you make me do something like that? That's freaking cruel. Utro asks, Q&A, how do I get Evolve editors to unblock me? Please help, I'm dying the news. Proof, linked with a Pinsker, like, link screenshot thing. I don't know, man. But the only advice I can give you there, and even though I think I've mentioned this somehow in a way or another, I think in another Q&A for some reason, I forget the exact reason, but the person who runs the Evolve Editor's Twitter is OutlawPenguin/Elias, so you're gonna kind of have to contact him and reason with him if you want to be unblocked from Twitter. I remember him telling me it was kind of just like for fun, just like blocking a lot of people on that account, just seeing how many people would get triggered and very offended by it and very upset and distressed by that, but I think you're just gonna have to work it out with him. It doesn't really sound like my problem now, does it? Mr. Pooh Waffles asks, Q&A, how do you think stunting will improve in 2017? And it won't improve. I'm just hoping that it'll stay the same instead of getting worse. And, you know, people are gonna have to put out the exact same amount of content or even more content this year to sort of keep people interested in this community, or else people are just gonna start leaving, and that's gonna cause trouble. And GTA 6 pricing coming out till like 2020, so we kind of got to hold on a little bit so our channels don't die, you know, you get what I'm saying. I don't think it'll improve, but I really hope the situation doesn't get any worse, that's all I have to say. Red Duck Stunting asks, Q&A, would you start a series of you dancing for 30 seconds once a week? No, because I only know one way of, or method of dancing, and it would be the exact same thing every week, so it's not like I could like switch up or anything, but there's only like certain ways I can move my body, so it would be extremely limited if I did something like that. Swifty asks, Q&A, do you like dank memes? Of course, as long as they're not forced, they're genuine, they're fresh, and they're somewhat funny, and they're not like in my face, then of course. Who doesn't enjoy a full breakfast cereal bowl with milk of dank memes? XUnluckyX asks, what's your favorite technique? And this question seems oddly familiar. I'm sure some of you would agree with me on that. However, my favorite technique, again, I think this is how I explained it last time someone asked me this question too, is stuff that's easy to do. For example, hill ramps to glides that don't mess up your glide. You can just glide directly to an object to land on that's like really big and like easy to land on, not something tiny like a precision. And in the case of BMX, just some sort of the equivalent of that, which is pretty much just like crank slides and like handlebar grinds, and really easy cog slide locations that are just, you know, generally just uncreative and something that like everybody and their mother has done already. So yeah, those are my favorite kind of techniques that I just really enjoy. And yeah, that concludes all the questions for today's Q&A. Before I do my outro, I know you guys probably noticed this from like the first second the video started, but yeah, I got a haircut, okay? And it's not because you guys were just like complaining about it. It's just because I wanted to have it cut shorter. Like, that's the only reason. And it was, like, getting in the way. So, I swear, if I see one of you go in the comment section, especially if it was one of the 3 people that were like, get a haircut, and then they're like, I hate your haircut, you didn't do a very good job. You know, I swear if it's one of those people, like the exact people that are telling me to get a haircut, then complain about it, then I'm just gonna lose it completely. Just don't do that. It's hypocritical and it's annoying, so please don't. So, anyhow, if you want to post any comments for me to address in next week's episode, like any comments, questions, challenges, whatever. I even had one challenge in today's video. I only had 12 push-ups, which is pretty freaking sad, to be honest, but you know, I would have been able to do a lot more if I was on an even surface, okay? Which is my bed. Like, my hands were just like drilling down and I wasn't able to like really stay up there. And with that all aside, that's gonna be it for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this video at any point in time, be sure to drop a like on the video because it does help a lot. And also, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily GTA 5 content and more. And until next time, this is Kotetsu here. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please stay safe. Kotetsu out.